All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon. From wherever you might be watching this from, I want to welcome everybody here. So, welcome, guys. Just sit back and relax. Let's give other people some time to join in. All right. All right. So, welcome, everybody. All right. So, I'm sure it's good to have everybody here. So, like I said, let's give other people some more time so that they can join us. Right, so good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you might be watching us from. Welcome to another amazing markets review session. All right, so please sit back. Our usual time is 12, but we just decided to start few minutes earlier so that a lot of people can have ample of time to join us. All right, so 12, few minutes after 12, we can just kickstart. So just sit back, relax. All right, and I'm sure today is going to be amazing. All right, welcome. So as you're coming, you can just leave us an emoji and let me know that you're right here with me. All right, just drop an emoji, let me know that I'm not here alone. All right, so few minutes more, guys. All right, few minutes. Once it's 5 minutes past 12 West African time, I'm sure that we can start for tonight. So please just hold on just a few minutes and then we'll get right into the chats. All right, so welcome back, everybody. I think this is about 6 minutes. All right, 6 minutes past 12, and I think it's okay for us to start our tonight session right now. All right, so good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, wherever you might be watching this from. My name is Temitope Emmanuel, and welcome to another market review session on Paddom's FX YouTube channel. All right, so sit back, relax, and let us go through the market together and pick out the best trading opportunities for the week. All right, so as usual, we'll start with the major currency pairs. All right, and then we can start taking in requests and look into the minor pairs as the case may be. So welcome again. All right, and as usual, if peradventure you have any pair you would love me to look into, you can just do well to send it into the chat box, and I'm sure I'll do justice. All right, to that. So welcome again. All right, and then I'm sure we'll have a lovely week because I think last week was amazing. Like I said before, the year is coming to an end, so majority of businesses are closing their accounts for the year. All right, so you should just expect some crazy movements in the market. So I think I prepared us beforehand, and some of the pairs we gave last week. All right, if you partook of some of our trades, yeah, it was quite impressive. All right, so and but looking at our overall for the month of November, all right, I think we closed the month with about I think 6% up. So I think that's a good one. So at least for a month, we're closing with about I don't know, I can't remember the exact figure, but it was above 6%. So I think that's a good one for us. So at least with proper risk management, probably have an account of $10,000 and you're 6% up. I think that's good. All right, that's quite good. So welcome again. All right, and I'm sure that the month of December will also be an amazing month. So I think that what we can do is to just take or look for the best opportunities and take them. All right, but at the same time, you apply proper risk management because, like I said, we should expect to see some crazy movements in the market. All right, and you don't want to be caught. All right, in that kind of movement. So the proper risk management will just help you save yourself from those kind of things. So that's why we are here to at least look for the best opportunity, even though they are the best. We still try to manage our risk properly in case anything might want to happen in the market. So let's start with GU. All right, let me clear off the chart and then we can start with GU. So I think I've said it again and again. Based on what we can see as structure on GU, I know if you notice over time the market has been shabby or chubby, or the market has been chubby. So we have seen a large number of um accumulation, all right, or as you might want to call, um we've just been clumsy at some point in time. There have not been some clear movement on some particular pairs, and those that we have seen good movement, all right, at least, but we haven't seen long movement on those pairs, all right. For I think for a long time now, we've been expecting a buy on GU from those points here. Though GU is giving us that buy little by little, all right, but GU has just been sitting around this point for the past 2 weeks. All right, we picked, we came back again. So for the past 2 weeks, I've been trying to find our foot on that. So let us see if probably this week can give us something better off that point. So let's G on the weekly time frame, and then we have cleared out all of this liquidity. So and then we have clearly tapped into this other block. So I think it is safe for us to look for buy opportunities, but well, let us see. All right, so based on structure here, we saw that we came lower, so we took out this previous um lower low. All right, but at the same time, right now we have taken out this previous high. All right, so that is just telling us that there's that possibility of a shift in structure, which we can see this shift in market structure here. All right, I believe everybody can see this shift in market structure that we have here. All right, which tells me that it's possible we can start looking at this block here, all right, for a possible retest before we continue the buy. So that's the daily time frame. Let's come to 4 hours and see how well we can minimize that because it's looking very big. All right, so I think we can work with something like this. All right, seeing that we also took out this high here, all right, signaling that we're going up. So my expectation for GU is that price will, let me put this properly. So this will got the shift in market structure, all right. Then we have broken structure. We have taken out this previous overall high, all right, as we saw from the daily time frame. So what we're expecting on GU is to come and take out all of this, all right, into this zone, all right. Then we can look for our buys on GU. So looking for buys on GU. So hopefully, if peradventure the market does not just keep pushing all the way up, all right, because as you can see, we still have some imbalances to fill. We have one here, we have this, and then we also have this that is yet to be filled. So those are just imbalances that I expect price to fill coming to this or the other block that created this break of structures. All right, and then we can have our own entry. All right, so GU will be looking for a possible sell to buy. All right, so I just want to keep it quite safe so that we won't overshoot. All right, so even though it's looking like price just want to just get on from here, but just being safe, all right, I think we might want to wait for price to come down to this point. All right, so this might just serve as a roadblock for price, all right, that will now push it. Yeah, we are reacting from this point already, so this should be able to serve as a roadblock to push price all the way down, all right, before we can then push the market back up. All right, so if all things being equal, I think this is what we'll be looking at for GU. All right, so we have this that will now serve as our liquidity for price to break through it, come into this whole zone. I know it's quite big, but I think that's what we can see, based off price action. So coming back to this zone that led to the change of character and then the break of structure. So then we can start looking to shoot for a buy. So this is my projection for G, a possible sell into this region. If we get the sell, all right, then we can take the buy. All right, so we'll just wait out to see this sell play out, all right, before we push for the buy. All right, so I'm marking these points here as where we might also see a roadblock from price. All right, so this might want to serve as um because clearly, as you can see, this is also another block. All right, so um price might want to use this point to just keep going higher. All right, but we don't assume anything. Okay, we want to just stick with the market and follow it closely. All right, so but for safety purposes, we'll just stick with what we have on the 4 hours time frame. All right, and then if it comes, I think fine and good. If it doesn't, fine and good. Okay, but I'm just marking out this position so that everybody can see that we still have something here that might be usable by price. All right, so um we'll just have to keep an eye on those regions, this and this. All right, but I know that once price is able to make a full retracement, then the next impulse is supposed to be stronger. All right, but all things being equal, either here or here. All right, but let's just keep our fingers crossed, waiting for price to get to this point. So that's that for GU. Moving on, let's look at Euro USD and see. So this was the price point we were selling from last week that I gave. Price came into it, went back again, retested, and then initially we have made about 48 pips, but right now I think it's about 79 pips. So, like I said, we are closing well for the month. All right, so this was one of the trades that we took ending of for last week review. We gave this trade, and then as you can see, it is still playing out. But I already advised that we leave the market, all right, and then look for fresh opportunities this week. All right, so let's start again from the weekly time frame and see how we can paint. All right, just do our dragons and come up with the best opportunities. So now looking at previous price action, all right, we'll see that we're bearish and then we've got the change of character here. Okay, which we're left with this block here. This one here. All right, and price is yet to get to this point. The reaction we are getting is off this rejection block. All right, so if we mark it like this, so off this rejection block, that is where we are getting the reaction on price. Um, though that's not bad, but at the same time, all right, I think that price might still give us that retracement to the downside. So looking at structure, this was the last low that price has taken. All right, and then this was the last high that was created. Okay, so already we are getting a reaction off that point. All right, from the premium level. All right, we're already seeing um sales from that premium level. All right, so based on what we can see on the structure, we broke below this point. All right, so we are still bearish. All right, looking from the daily time frame down to the 4 hours time frame. All right, as you can see, all right, we have this low, this lower high, all right, another lower low. Price is yet to break above this, so we just want to keep it simple with structure. All right, so we're seeing that we have taken out this low, we have created another one. We have come to retest the high, all right, the other block, the high, the premium level that created this, all right, and then we're already seeing reactions. All right, so now if all things being equal, I think we should just simply be looking for sales. All right, here. uh, All right. So, all things being equal, like I said, we might just want to bank on this sale that I've started, all right, and see how far it can go, all right, or how much it will play in the market. So, we've tested this point where we're selling, all right, but my personal advice on EU will be that we should chill a little bit, all right. We should just chill because, like I said, the market has been a lot. So we don't want to just jump in. All right. Since we didn't get this one initially, all right, we might just wait out on EU. All right, let's just wait out on EU. All right, it's possible we get a better entry as the week goes by, but based on what I can see, this is what we have on EU, which I'm quite skeptical about. But it's one of those things. So this is what I have on EU as of right now. So um you might just want to look into this and see if you can bring out anything from it. But I think we have a sweep here. This is the 4 hours time frame. We have a sweep above this previous high. All right, price swept above it, took out liquidity, tapped into this other block, all right, and sold. Okay, the previous high, sorry, this low has also been taken out. So we have gotten a break of structure. We have an imbalance that is yet to be filled. So we might just see a fill of this imbalance and then we can then trade lower. So all things being equal, we might just see something like this on EU. All right. So all things being equal, we might just see this sell play out on EU. Remember, we haven't seen a break construction to the upside. All right. Character has not yet changed on EU. All right. We are still seeing that the market is still purely bearish. So we want to just follow the flow of the market. All right. But like I said, always manage your risk properly and do not over leverage on any trade that you enter. All right. So you might want to keep your eyes on EU and see what this particular currency will do as time goes on. All right. So let's quickly look at maybe NZD USD. All right. So this NU. All right. So starting from a much higher time frame, I think NU we are already inside like I guess support region. Yeah. So this other block has been holding for quite some time now. We got this test. All right, but if I'm using this, all right, it should just mean that this was used as inducement and then price tapped into this one. All right, but why I'm just quite reserved on that is because this was a break of structure we had. All right, regarding this. Okay, now this was an old high that's yet to be taken out. All right, so this move was unable to take out this high. All right, and then after this was created, price came, didn't touch, created this one, came, didn't touch. All right, and then left us with something that looks like an equal high here. All right, even though we are seeing a tiny sweep from that point. So that's what we're left with on NU, right, like an equal high there. So it's quite cool. All right, I think we can still work out something since the other block that we're prioritizing is coming from a much higher time frame, which is the weekly time frame. So let's look at the daily and see what we have. All right. So based on the daily time frame, okay, this was a break to the downside. All right, we have another break here to the downside before we tap into our point of interest. All right, and then this was the the lower high that created this recent lower low, which is this. All right, as you can see, price has not fully broken above it. We just have like a weak break above it. The body did not clearly close above it. All right, but let's come to 4 hours and see. uh so this is what we have. We can see that when price, went, we can see the rejections that happen right around there. So it still looks good. It still looks good because as you can see, we also have the sweep below this. Then we have, the break above this. All right. So it's still looking like this other block is going to hold. So we are now left with this, this 4 hours block here. All right, for us to buy from. Okay, so um, even though I'm quite skeptical about this, not because everything still looks good, but I would have loved to see that this was also taken out so that we'll have like the double break of structure confirmation of the thing. So if you can get the double break of structure confirmation of the thing, I think we just make our buyers stronger. But even though we haven't seen that yet, I still believe that this, you know, with the move we have here, this one here, all right, and then this other block that is left to be touched. Okay, I think that can work. So this can just serve as our inducement. All right, that week there can serve as our inducement, and then we can be expecting price to push back higher when we get a sell into this region, or we can be expecting a buy from that point. All right, so I think this will be our watch for NU. I just be watching NU to see how price is going to react. All right, probably just comes down. But if we see the sell or get into this region, I think it's something that you want to look into and capitalize on. All right, so that's that on NU. Okay, because I think this reaction is coming off this block here. The first, this one, boom, like that. So this, so at least you see that push into this region, and then we can see a buy back up. So if that being the case, I think this will just be our safe haven. All right, so now a safe haven, though, but this will just be a safer point for us to put our SL a little below this low. All right, a little below that low. So this is just expected to serve as our strong low. All right, that we do not expect price to take out, because as you can see, the reaction that we are getting, all right, off this other blocks is looking good. So we might just want to keep it simple and expect that if we get the sell into this region, we can then anticipate for the buy that we push price back up. All right, so I believe that it's simple and that was understood by everybody. Moving on, let's look into AUD and C. I'm yet to get any requests, so peradventure, if you have any, you can just hit me up, or just send a message and let us know, or let me know that you have a request. Let me take out all of this. All right, so starting from the much higher time frame, let us see what's happening. All right, as you can see, based on structure from the weekly time frame, this commodity is expected to be bearish because, as you can see, this was the last OB that price mitigated and then started pushing price down aggressively. All right, and then we broke this broke below this low here, and then we took out the overall low. All right, looking at it from the weekly time frame, I just seen that ADCHF has just been ranging. All right, but let's move to daily and confirm that. All right. All right, so let's look at that and see. So we have something like this high here, we have this low, we have this other high here. So got this. All right, this was the breakout structure we have that created this one, and then this low, this high, this low, this one that now left us with an equal high here. All right, so what are we looking out for? Like I said, it's looking like we're ranging, but let's come low and see how to prioritize all of this. All right, so looking at this region here, okay, this will be the origin of the move. Okay, all the way from here down here. Price has if we're going to use the high of the week, all right, yeah, the week, if we're going to use the high, it has already been touched, okay, but at the same time, I'll be a bit careful to understand what the market intends to do in general. So let's come to flowers and then see what it's looking like. Okay, so this was the whole candle that price used. I see this long slim candle, all right, because this one already tapped this other block here. So price is using that one, all right, to that better this reaction here. So right now we're just ranging inside here, on ADCHF, we're still ranging inside here, this touch, this one, still inside, this point. So that might just be a point of accumulation for us. Okay, and then we can start looking for here we have a break of structure, also here we have another break of structure. So we have this that I think price has mitigated, but we also have this that I doubt. Yes, price has not yet mitigated this one. So if indeed this is an accumulation point, so we might just expect a manipulation into this point that will now distribute. All right, so that would be my expectation on AUDCHF, a manipulation out of this range. So we can use this other block as our distribution. All right, so instead of waiting again for price to come, we can capture this move here. So let us just hold on and see what price will do. If we get that sell out of this range, that will just be sure that the manipulation has happened, and then we can get the distribution from this point here. All right, so I think that's what I can see on all the CHF. All right, so but like you can see, the market has been ranging inside here for about let us see that. All right, just some couple of weeks. Okay, just a week. All right, we ranged all through last week. All right, but let's hope that the best can come out from that. All right, so what I have next that I would love to share with us, I think, is ADJPY. All right, so AUDJPY, we'll clear this out. All right, so as usual, we'll just start from a mod I am time frame and see what the market have for us. So bullish came here, rejected back up or supported back up rather. Created this one, pushed down, so this was the initial high, was taken out. All right, price came here. This is also something I'm sure on the daily time frame will clearly see that here, this zone here. All right, but right now we're left with this other block here. All right, so break of structure here to the upside. This was a high that this also serves as an order block. Okay, but as you can see, that price I've taken that already. So as you can see it, price went to, so like I said, you can see that we got a break of structure here. All right, so this zone here is supposed to serve as an order block. Okay, but price already mitigated the other block and went as far as taking out the other block. So we can clear that out and then just observe what price will do. We have a weekly order block. All right, this one here from the weekly time frame. All right, coming down to the daily and see if we can just minimize the other block. We have this. We have this one here. All right, from the daily. And then we also have something quite interesting here. Okay, because I think this also fall within our 76.4% of the fib. So we have this one here and then this one. So now the question is, which of the other blocks are we going to focus on as our point of interest? All right, let me come to the 4 hours and see if there's still something useful for any of them. All right, I think both of them are quite important zones to watch out for. So I'll just stick with the daily time frame on odd JPY. Now remember, these are point of interest, not point of entries. So, but this is a point to look out for, and this is another one to observe. So when price come into either this region here, I think you can just look for entry confirmation before you take a buy. All right, or rather you can wait for this one here. But let's plot our FIM and see. All right, so like I said, this aligns with 76.4, but this align with, all right, the 88.2% region. So I think we will see a reaction from here, even if this does not go as far as taking out this high, but we are definitely going to see some sort of reactions from here. All right, so all things being equal, if you can see something like this, so price comes inside here, we'll see this, all right, and maybe something like this. I think we are good to shoot. All right, so something similar. All right, something similar. You might just want to watch out for it. Okay, like I said, we're definitely going to see some sort of reaction from here. So it's either this, because 76.4 is the retracement is already a deep retracement. So it's also because price already inside our discounted 61.8% region. All right, so it's possible we just say buy from this first one. All right, or we'll get it from this other one. All right, so it's either we see something like this from this first region or from this second one. So any of them that you see this, all right, I think it's a good thing. It's a good one for you. You can just take it. All right. So from the 76.4 or from the 88.2, all right, I think we are good to expect a buy at least to this point here. All right, all the way up here. Right, so that's that for AUD JPY. So I'm sure that price should get into this region before the end of this week, and we should start seeing some reactions from that point. All right, so you might just want to sit back and allow price come to you instead of you chasing the market. All right, so moving on, let's look at odd NZD. So like I said, if for adventure you have any request, you can just do well to send them in. So this odd NZD. So let me take all of that. So initially we had this point as another block, but you can clearly see the Judah swing price has taken out this high here. All right, and then we are pushing, we're dumping down. All right, but let us see where is the best possible point that price might retrace to. That is a daily. Let's see if there's anything interesting from the weekly. All right, if we push, all right, this was a high. All right, so it's this is the last order block. The price is yet to get them, but what we can see, all right, based off this movement here, I think this is the order block from the weekly time frame that we can clearly mark out. This one here. All right, so coming down to the daily time frame, we can minimize the order block to something like this. All right, so something like this. All right, on the daily time frame. So this is the other block we have on the daily time frame. So my expectation will be, as you can see, we've taken out this, we're also taking out this. All right, so this also served as a sweep here. All right, and then even though, so we have this here, but I think that might not work because price has completely filled up the gap that's there, so there's no fair value gap here. Price completely filled it up. All right, what we have there is very minute that I do not expect price to give us a full retracement to this point. So I think this will be my point of interest for order NZD. All right, they sell into this region and then we can see the buy back up. So something like this. All right, and then we can push at least all the way up here. All right, so this will be my expectation on AUD NZD. Sell into this point and then I look for my buys that will push price back up. All right, so I think it's simple. All right, this high has already been taken out, so we are now left with this high. All right, for price to now hunt. So I expect that this low is secured. All right, I expect this is a strong low. All right, even though my bias for a buy is coming from here, but I don't expect price to make a full or a deep retracement into this point. All right, so I'm sticking with this one here. All right, so coupled with the FVG that we have here. All right, so I think we are going to stick with this point here for a buy. All right, so that's my lookout for AUD and ZD. All right, buy from this point and then we are good to go. All right, so we're just gonna wait, all right, for price to come. So like I always say, wait for price to come to you. All right, do not go after the market. So that is that for AUD and ZD. All right, so moving on, let me just see. Okay, and this might not hold. All right, let's see, but let's just keep our fingers crossed for the this one here. All right, but let's just see, All right, we'll still keep our fingers crossed for this one. All right, so that's that on AD and ZD. All right, this is looking good too. All right, because you know we cleared this high here. So from here, all right, we already cleared this one. All right, so we're inside the engine. All right, so if probably price give you a confirmation from this region, I think it's you can try it out. You can take this one here. All right, this one here. If probably price give you a confirmation, all right, we can look at something inside here too. All right, so just fingers crossed, fingers crossed. We are bullish on odd NZ, but we should still some sells. All right, so this, all right, it's possible we get something off that region. So I'm trying to be sure that it is safe for you to even look into it. All right, I think it is. All right, I think it is. I think it is. Okay. And then remember, like I told us, this particular price, this particular period that we are in is a period where you have to be very careful. All right, because there are two things that sometimes price might not even give you confirmation, might just pick that zone and just keep buying. A lot of times it might just invalidate that whole zone. So I don't also be caught in all of those dramas. All right, so that's why I'm trying as much as possible to pick out the best price point, all right, for us. So let me come back to the 4 hours time frame on this. So all right, I think I'll not stick with this. Push up, took out this range, coming down, instead this. All right, so either this or this, all right, instead of this one here. I just want to have my fingers crossed for the price going to violate this one here. All right, and then because at least uh there are still some sell orders here. All right, so price might want to just wick below it and then boom, or just easily come down here. So I don't know, go for this one. So either this or this. So be careful. All right, observe it as I've told us. All right, and then let's see what can come out of either of it. So that's that for odd NZD. All right. Welcome, Mr. Olu. I will definitely look into the USD Japanese yen. So moving on, I think I have about two other pairs that I will just talk about. So CAD JPY, CAD JPY. All right, so let me clear all of this. So starting from the weekly time frame too, what can we see on CAD JPY? We're getting a reaction of this base. All right, so we have this rally, the base. All right, sorry, this base drop. So we're getting the sell off this base. All right, so I think that's the major thing you can see from the weekly time frame. But at the same time, you can see that we've broken structure here. All right, we're broken structure here. So let us see and let us find out what the price action is looking like on daily time frame, and then we can come down to at maybe 4 hours, 2 hours, and just see. All right, so on daily time frame, what I was saying. So I think price should be inside here already. We have something here because you can see this was a high that was taken out. This overall one has been taken out. All right, but if we're looking at that, okay, it means I want to go deep because this is the last block that we have. All right, but 4 hours, let us see what 4 hours is showing us. All right, so based on 4 hours, we have price reacting off this, then leaving us with this. All right, so based on 4 hours time frame, this is what we can see on CAD JPY. All right, so this might just be our point of interest on CAD JPY that we expect that this week, all right, should be taken out too, all right, served as inducement, and then we can look for a buy from inside here. All right, so CAD JPY, it's possible that we see this sell to buy on CAD JPY. So a possible sell to buy on CAD JPY. So moving on, let's look at UJ as requested by Mr. Olu. All right, so I think this was one we gave 2 weeks ago, and I told us that looking at everything, UJ was expected to just be bullish, but the market just do a thing. All right, so starting afresh, let's find a way to come up with the best one for this week. All right, based on what I can see here, we have a sweep here already. As you can see, we have this sweep already. We have this break already. We have this FVG here. So this is what I can see on a weekly perspective because we're bullish. All right, we're just reacting off of this, this zone here, maybe even because of this breaker here. Exactly. So maybe because of this breaker here, the price didn't respect at first. So that's where we're getting this sell from. All right. So, but as we can see, we're quite bullish on UJ. So we just need to find the best price points for us. All right, so this is UJ, and then my expectation on UJ, because we have a sweep here. All right, I will be using the daily order block, which is this one here. All right, so this will be my bet on UJ. This will be, and then we can be able to push price back up. All right, so we have this sweep. All right, this is, let me see. Yes, so these are 176.4, so good. So I expect us to have something around here. So sell into this region and then boom. Maybe even take out this high, but let's keep it simple here. So this is my expectation on UJ. Is sell into this region and then I can start looking for buys. All right, so I don't believe that's simple. So take out that low, all right, enter this region and then boom, let's push back up. All right, so that is that on UJ, Mr. Olu. If you're not clear, you can just call my attention back. But if you are clear, you can also let me know that you're clear. So UJ, I'm expecting a buy on UJ. A sell first into this point, and then we can buy at least into this region that we have here again. So everything being equal, this should be protected. All right, this low here, let me use this. This low here should be protected, even though I'm still, looking at this one here too. All right, because even though I'm still looking at this should also be protected. All right, but I'm quite certain that if we hold, All right, we shouldn't go below this low here. All right, we shouldn't go below this low. So like I said, we'll just see some funny things happen, but with what I can see based on price action, all right, this should be our best bet on UJ. Sell into this point, and then we can then buy back up. You can see that we have broken structure again and again. All right, we have even taken out this trend line that was support, that was resisting price. So everything just points for a buy on UJ. All right, I'm not picking this because price has already mitigated. I'm not picking this because price has already mitigated. So this is the only other block that's yet to be mitigated on UJ. So that just that seems to be our best bet on UJ, and then I'm quite sure we should see some buys from there. All right, so everything being equal, we should see some buys from here on UJ. All right, so if you understood UJ, you can just let me know that yeah, you get it. And if you want me to come back to have a recap on it, you can also draw my attention to it. But this is my take on UJ. All right, so please confirm for me, Mr. Olu, is UJ clear for you? All right, just confirm for me, Mr. Olu, if UJ is clear before we move on. All right, I'm just trying to keep it simple so that we won't complicate things. All right, as simple as possible. If it's clear, please let me know. Please let me know. All right, beautiful. Thank you, sir. All right, so if you have any other play, you can just drop it in. I think we've spent about 50 something minutes here. All right, so I don't know if probably anybody has another currency play you love us to look into. Let me see if we have anything on maybe USCHF or something. I think I've not. Let's look at GBPCHF instead. I think we have not. Okay, we've done just GU. So let's see. Okay, things have okay. This is a price point we have marked out a very long time. Price is here to get into this rejection block. All right. Well, let's see. Let me clear that. Let's start afresh. All right. So let's start from this is daily. Let's see weekly. Weekly. Bearish, bullish, bearish, bull. Taking out this high, going back up. All right. So coming back to daily, what are we seeing? Break of structure here. Reacted from here, came back, reacted again to this point, came again. So I think we still have this rejection block that is looking very important to us. All right. So, but at the same time, I'm seeing something. Let's go to the flowers and see. Okay. Break. It seemed this GBP will just continue its move bullish. I was thinking we didn't take out this low. All right, assuming we did, I would have been looking for a sell from here, even though that's still likely. But I don't want us to get our fingers burnt. So I think we'll just chill out on GBCHF. All right, we'll just we won't want to rush into it. So let's just leave it. Let's leave that. Let's look at GP card. And I think this was one of the pairs we had. Yeah, from here. So, and I think we've looked into about 5, 6 currency pairs. So definitely we should have something. So this is clearly bullish. We caught this one, so per adventure you're still in this trade. You're good, you're good, you're good. So for this one, nothing, no clear entry here on JP card. No clear entry. I do not expect price to retrace also or retrace down here. All right, this would have cut it for us, but this was where it ended and then pushed back up to just show you how serious the buyers are. All right, so as you can see, we also had this one. This was our first one. If this didn't hold this one, this has been holding price since then. So I think GBP is just looking like that bullish commodity or currency pair. I think we also had NZD card that was bullish. We had this buy on NZD card too, and I've told us that we could close out. All right, it's possible we might get some sales here. All right, so I think that we have traded quite some amazing pairs tonight. At least all things being equal, we should be able to get one or two from it. Okay, so I think I'll just do a recap again on UCAD. I think I gave it, but price has not yet gotten to our buy entry. So we can still look into UCAD. All right, we've broken structure to the upside. We have this trend line as a support. We have this breaker block that I'm counting on, all right, to get a buy from. So you might just want to add this to currencies that you'll be looking at for this week. So UCAD, hopefully everything plays at this on the 4 hours time frame. So if we're going to get a sell, all right, the sell should play out quite nicely into this point, and then we can buy back up. All right, so that's what my expectation on USD card will be. Sell into this point, and then boom, we can buy. I will definitely be keeping my eye in. I'll have my eyes on all of the spares, the UJ, the U card. All right, all of it, the AUD CHL, AUD JPY, NZD. All right, so we'll be looking into all of that, and then you might just want to mark out all of this our price points that we have, all right, and then see how the market plays out, and then that'll be a good one for everybody. All right, so if peradventure there is no other request, I think we can I think it's safe for us to just wrap up. All right, so without further ado, I want to say thank you everybody for joining in for tonight's session. All right, I'm sure that the last couple of almost an hour, all right, but the last 58 minutes, I'm sure it has been an amazing one for everybody. So we have been able to look into quite some pairs: GU, EU, ADCHF, JPY, AUD, NZD, CAD, JPY, UJ, NZD, USD CAD. All right, I think with all of those pairs, if price gets into our point of interest, I think we can. It's good for us to shoot our shots, all right, and take the opportunities. But at the same time, remember I told us that this week, all right, this month, generally, all right, you're going to see, for some currency pairs, you see crazy movements. All right, that price might just be moving without any clear direction. But it not that it's not clear, it's just that a lot of, like I said, a lot of companies are closing their books, banks. All right. So a lot of organizations are coming to the end of their trading or their accounting year. All right. So it's important that you trade carefully. And then there are some that the movement will be very slow. All right, because some closed November, so and a lot of even businesses will be closing in one way or the other. A lot of individual investors will be closing some of their positions. Same with banks. So these are periods where people pull out money to spend for the festive period too. So we'll just see some currency pairs. The movement are quite slow, quite choppy. All right, it's just part of the game. All right, so the priority right now is that you manage your risk properly. All right, because like I always say, sometimes the best trade is that you don't take any trade because your money is still intact. All right, but if you see any clear trading opportunity, or you can just do well to capitalize on it, but you want to risk, all right, properly, all right, manage your risk very well. This is not the time where you want to start risking 50% of your portfolio, 30%. No, all right, just risk something that you're comfortable letting go of. All right, the market is risky. All right, we put all of these things, all of these measures just to minimize, all right, and be in control of our risk. All right, so we'll meet again on Friday on our Telegram, all right, Paddom's FX community Telegram channel, where we get to have our market recap and then come back to all of those pairs that we have talked about today and see how they play out. And then I can just give us some tips and some guidelines as regarding trading and how you trade. All right, so meet again on Thursday on Friday, sorry. All right, do have a profitable week. All right, and I pray that the market, all right, it gives you the best opportunities for you. Have a blessed week and happy new month, everybody. Bye bye.